Hello, my name is Kelly Joy, and I am a implementation specialist for Provet Cloud. So I kind of feel like the veterinary field found me. I volunteered through high school to rack up service hours. And I guess I made an impression. So right out of high school, literally the day that I graduated, I think I got a phone call from the veterinary clinic that I worked at or I volunteered at, and they offered me a position in the kennel. So I've been in the veterinary field since I was 17. And I've kind of just stuck around ever since. The reason that I fell in love with veterinary medicine was more just the excitement of being able to learn on the job, being thrown into so many different types of situations. In the vet field, we don't just deal with one species, we deal with multiple species. So starting as a kennel tech, I really was very green. I didn't know very much. And I would take time out of my day to hang around the doctors, hang around the nurses, learn as much as I could. So eventually I worked into running the laboratory at my hospital, where then I could move into being a technician. And I kind of just fell in love with it from there. I really loved the hands-on aspect of it. So it opened all the doors for me to then move into eventually specialty medicine and then management. So that's actually a really funny story, and I love to tell it. I was inspired to join Provet because of Provet Cloud, the system, which is really silly. But I essentially met the Provet team at VMX, and I was actually trying to upsell the program to my current company. And I just happened to say, hey, this seems really great. Are you guys hiring? And they took a chance on me and hired me. You know how they say in life, things come to you when you're not looking for them. That was essentially what happened. I think that deep down, I had this deep, deep love for the veterinary field. And I always had a dream to grow and learn more. And I think that I had reached a point where I was like, this is a whole new field. This is a whole other side of veterinary medicine that I had never even considered. So many of us in the field will tell you that the reason that we go into vet med is because we have a passion for animals. And I think that a lot of people don't realize that there's so many different aspects of the veterinary world that go into making a healthy practice. So one of the things that I noticed getting past, the excitement and the, beginning stages of learning all these new things in medicine is realizing that there is a lot that goes into building camaraderie and efficiency and building this big machine that works together all, perfectly. And one of the things that I fell in love with within my field, once I got to the point where I was questioning where do I go from here, was I really honed in on management. And I think that's because I've always had a passion for people as well, and making something function in a way that benefits everybody. So I think one of the coolest things about my role right now is I constantly get to kind of start over and meet people where they are and lean into this aspect of empathy that I've always really loved about myself and bring it into a place of saying, hey, I've been there. I know how this functions. I know these struggles, and being able to advocate for our clients to be able to build something that they're really proud of in the end. Okay, so the best piece of advice that I've ever received, I think, kind of came to me without the other person knowing that they're giving it to me. And I actually have this tattooed on myself because it's that important to me. And it's a quote that says, have faith that spring will come. And it's, I think, the epitome of my drive in life. And, it came to it kind of like a really hard time in my life, going through one of the hardest things I've ever gone through. And I read this story about somebody who was saying, have faith that spring will come, right? Sometimes we're stuck in a winter and we think that the winter is never ending. But we always know that no matter how long we think winter will be, spring is always coming, no matter what.